Welcome to Puglia, one of Italy's best-kept secrets. Positioned in the heel of the boot of Italy, this southern region has some stunning coastal towns, vibrant cities, and beautiful countryside. I spent 10 days here in June, and I'd love to share my top 5 favourite places that you definitely shouldn't miss if you visit yourself. And I might just have a little surprise for you at the end. Let's start with Puglia's beating heart, its capital city Bari, and the place you'll most likely fly into for your trip. Parking on the stunning Mare, we made our way into the heart of the old town. Don't miss the Piazza Mercantile, where you can find this fabulous column of justice. I really loved the area around the impressive Castello Svevo. And from here, it's just a short walk to Bari's most famous street, Arco Basso, or Strada della Orecchietti, which translates as Pasta Street. It's here where tourists can watch the nonas, the grandmothers, making the traditional orecchietti, the ear-shaped pasta which the Puglian region is famous for. The streets in the old town, Bari Vecchia, are a delight to explore. And you shouldn't miss the Basilica of San Nicola, which was built in the 11th century. The beautiful gilded ceiling of the nave dates from the 17th century. If you walk down the stone steps, you can visit the tomb of San Nicola, Saint Nicholas, the man who inspired the legend of Santa Claus. The fairy tale town of Alberobello might just be the reason people come to Puglia in the first place. These unique homes, with their characterful conical roofs and whitewashed walls, are now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. They're built from the limestone of the area, and the roofs are constructed without mortar. Legend has it that this dry stone building method was a clever tax dodge, as the homes could be dismantled very easily. Many have been turned into delightful shops, but the residential area shouldn't be missed. I loved seeing these delightful homes. And you can even take a mini Trullo home with you. The countryside around Alberobello is full of olive groves and abandoned trulli, and is definitely worth exploring too. And you can even stay in your very own Trullo, as we did. We're heading to the Adriatic coast now to visit one of the most beautiful towns in Puglia. Polignano Mare, famous for its Amalfi Coast vibes, and the singer Domenico Mod Jr., whose hit song Volare you're bound to hear if you visit the town. This place is all about the sea views, and one of the best is from this viewpoint, taking in Lama Monachile Beach and the Roman Bridge. And if you're lucky like us, you might see a few brave souls diving from the cliffs. The beach does get busy, and I prefer to view it from the top of the bridge rather than from amongst the crowds. Don't forget to leave time to explore the old town, because it's absolutely charming and full of delightful decorations. enjoy a delicious lunch too, as we did. We're heading inland now, because no trip to Puglia would be complete without visiting at least one of its famous hilltop towns, and I think Martina Franca might just be the prettiest one. The town is in the heart of the Itria Valley and is famous for its beautiful Baroque architecture. We visited on a Saturday and were lucky to witness this happy couple celebrating their special day on the steps of the Basilica di San Martino, before enjoying lunch under the porticos of the Piazza Maria Immaculata. Exploring the whitewashed streets here was a real treat. And I loved spotting all the colourful opera flags advertising the summer festival held here each year. The narrow streets also provided some much needed shade as it reached 35 degrees Celsius in the afternoon, so we definitely had to pace ourselves. We're hopping over to Puglia's other coastline now to visit the ancient city of Taranto. It might not be on everyone's itinerary, but I really think it should be. Overlooking the Mediterranean Sea, the harbour area with its swing bridge and views across to the castle is stunning. And the National Archaeological Museum is not to be missed. I spent a very happy couple of hours here. And I was absolutely mesmerised by the Medusa heads and the gold jewellery from the 4th century BC. But as much as I adored the gold, it was the streets of Taranto that really captured my imagination. Although a little rough around the edges, there are so many exquisite details to look out for. And Taranto's cathedral is the most ancient in Puglia, and if you're brave enough, you can visit its crypt. Remember at the start I told you there'd be a little bonus? Well, I really can't talk about Puglia without mentioning the extraordinary city of Matera. So many people include it on their itinerary. But did you know that it's actually in the region of Basilicata? It's definitely worth the drive if you're staying in Puglia. It's famous for its cave homes known as Sassi and the spectacular limestone gorge setting. It was a real highlight of our trip. It's one of those places you can happily lose yourself in for hours, with no real direction in mind as you wander its streets, absorbing the history and the mystery of it all. Alas, our all too brief trip didn't take in southern Puglia, but that's a very good excuse to return someday. But I really hope that my choices have inspired you to make a trip to this beautiful region of Italy and discover your own favourite places.